In the bitter cold of the 1950, amidst the shadows of the Cold War, one name became a symbol of treachery: Kim Philby. This is not just a story of a man, but of a double life that shook the very foundations of British intelligence. A tale of secrets, deception, and loyalty turned upside down. Step into the train station, where it all began a moment.
I was told you rain never late, Kim, but tonight, you seem to be in quite a rush.
Trust me, this is worth the wait. Did you bring everything?
All the checkpoints are closed, but this is your one-way ticket to Moscow. You understand there is no way back.
Passengers, the train to Moscow.
Have you ever heard of a spy with a way back?
Please ensure you have all your belongings and proceed to the boarding platform immediately. The train to Moscow will depart in 5 minutes.
My name is Kim Philby. History remembers me as one of the greatest spies of the 20th century. For decades, I walked the tightrope between two worlds, serving British intelligence while secretly working for the Soviet Union. Today, I'll share the story of how I became the perfect double agent. It all started at Cambridge. Back then, I was an idealist, swept up in intellectual debates about politics and power. I met people who believed that Marxism wasn't just a theory, it was a roadmap to a fairer world. One night, a friend asked me,
Kim, have you ever thought about changing the world?
I laughed it off at first. Change the world? I can barely change my dinner plans. But deep down, their words lingered. Could I really become part of something bigger? Then came the fateful meeting. A shadowy figure approached me, his voice low and commanding.
Mr. Philby, we believe you have potential. The Soviet Union could use a man like you.
I hesitated. The risk was immense, but the allure of playing a crucial role in history was impossible to ignore. If I do this, I replied, there's no turning back. The man nodded.
Good. We don't need someone who hesitates.
And with that, I stepped into a life of lies and secrets. For years, I walked the razor's edge. In MI6, I was the golden boy, trusted, admired, untouchable. But every document I read, every secret I uncovered, went straight to Moscow. My colleagues would say,
Kim, you have an uncanny ability to connect the dots. How do you do it?
I'd smile and respond, it's all about perspective. If only they knew the real perspective I had, reading their plans with one eye and passing them to the Soviets with the other. Eventually, the cracks began to show. Whispers turned into accusations. My closest allies started questioning my loyalty. One night, I overheard a conversation. Philby? No, it couldn't be. He's one of us. But I knew it was over. The walls were closing in. My only option was to flee. Under the cover of night, I escaped to Moscow, leaving behind a life carefully constructed on lies. Now, I sit in my small Moscow apartment, looking out at a city that became my sanctuary and my prison. I ask myself, was it worth it? The glory, the danger, the double life? Perhaps, but in the end, even the greatest spy is just a man, alone with his choices.